tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a psychologist, and tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I was born and raised in Texas, a small town outside of Lubbock, Texas. It's central Texas, named Rawls. I went to school, junior high or grade school through high school in Rawls, Texas, and then I moved to Lubbock, Texas, where I got a bachelor's at Texas Tech University. I wanted to get my master's degree, so I followed him, got a master's, got accepted to the university in Alamosa, Colorado, a year after.
How long have you been here in Albuquerque?
I have been here since 2014, so 4 years.
That's great. And so you, is your therapy a certain type of therapy?
It's psychotherapy, so I help families, couples, and individuals.
No, so. Absolutely. And what made you want to get into counseling? What was kind of your main objective? What are you trying to get across? What are you trying to do with all your knowledge now?
Well, my parents divorced when I was about 9 years old, and so, gosh, I think it was about 19. I was 19 when I finally realized, I really wanted to understand what happened to my broken family, and so I went for psychology and decided to get a degree in that. And so my main focus really is helping families to stay together and looking at where the dysfunction is, what happens.
Do you think divorce is one of the main issues that happen
Oh, yes.
that happens out there?
Oh, yes. And I mean,
affects so many people too.
Yes, I'm a prime example of that. And so I can understand, the evil, the negative behaviors that children develop because of divorce.
Yeah, it's really sad. And you're writing a book too now. Is that
Yes.
Is that what we were talking
Yes.
about? And what's that called?
So the name of the book, ironically, I was talking to one of your guests, and I don't want to introduce him, but we were talking about how interesting you have like 3 guests here, and they all have like the body, mind, and soul. And that's ironically the name of my book. Of course, it's going to have a Christian perspective to it, but that's
really crazy.
The title of my book.
You guys should be like very sharpened individuals after today's episode. Well, when is it going to be published? That's so great. You're writing a book.
So I am working on that currently. I'm thinking my goal at least is a year, and so usually I kind of stick to my goals and objectives.
Congratulations. Well, you're going to have to come back on the show when it's finished, and
Yes.
we're going to have to promote your book on here.
Definitely.
That's going to be really great. And so now you're starting. So you're a full-time psychologist, but you're also starting a nonprofit of some sort. What's the nonprofit do?
So the nonprofit is going to be mainly, when I went to or got my PhD, I did research, and my dissertation was written on adventure-based counseling. And so
what is adventure-based counseling?
So adventure-based counseling is counseling that is kind of held outdoors in the wilderness. And so we do a lot of high ropes, low ropes courses. We do the blind walk. You can also...
It's actually physical.
Yes, it's physical in nature. And so what it does is it teaches, and my primary focus is going to be adolescents and maybe young adults, and it teaches them self-efficacy and self-concept. So we know that families and children that come from broken homes or disadvantaged homes really have a hard time with self-confidence. And so what this program is going to do is actually develop and increase their self-efficacy and self-concept. So.
That's amazing. And that's going to be here in New Mexico?
Exactly. Well, if we get enough funding, right now I'm working with a group called Foundation Group. And so I will have a 501(c)(3) soon and within the year. And so then I can start taking donations, and hopefully we have land in Colorado. And so if we can get enough donations, hopefully we'll build there. But right now we're going to probably just pay for like YMCA
so is it going to be like a summer program? Is that kind of like how it works? And is it just for kids who are suffering, who are in broken homes, whose parents are divorced, or is this any type of student that has self-confidence issues?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's going to be some screening done. We don't want to get we want to get a versatile clientele, but we definitely want to help everybody that needs it.
Well, that's really great. Thank you so much for being on the show, Dr. C. Let's give her another round of applause. I really appreciate you coming. I encourage that anyone that needs any sort of counseling, needs a therapist. Dr. C is amazing. I've seen her I've seen her before. I think a lot of people are scared hearing psychologists or therapists, but it's a very natural thing, and so many of us have been, we're broken and we've been hurt, and so I think it's great that you all are out there and offer a great service. So thank you so much. We'll be right back after this break, and